This is a senior safety alert for April 2026, and my name is Edward. As a cybersecurity expert, I have spent years studying how criminals exploit technology. But what I am seeing today is a new level of deception that every grandparent in America needs to understand immediately. We are all familiar with the old grandparent scam, where a stranger calls pretending to be a relative in trouble. But today, that scam has evolved into something far more dangerous called AI voice cloning. Scammers are now using artificial intelligence to steal the literal voice of your grandson or granddaughter from a simple video they posted on social media, like Facebook or Instagram, and they can make that voice say anything they want. It sounds exactly like them, the same pitch, the same accent, even the same breathing patterns, and it is designed to bypass your natural suspicion and strike directly at your heart. Imagine receiving a phone call in the middle of the night where you hear your grandchild's voice, sounding terrified and crying, claiming they have been in a horrific car accident or are being held in a foreign jail. They will beg you not to tell their parents because they are embarrassed or scared, and they will plead for you to send money immediately via a wire transfer, a cryptocurrency app, or even physical cash sent in a package. This is a cold, calculated psychological trap that preys on our instinct to protect our family at any cost. You must understand that these criminals only need a 3-second clip of your loved one's voice to create a perfect digital clone that can talk to you in real time. This is why you can no longer trust your ears alone when you receive a panicked phone call from an unknown number. To protect yourself and your life savings, you must implement what I call a family security protocol right now, before that call ever happens. The most effective tool we have is a secret family code word. This should be a word or a short phrase that only you and your immediate family members know, something that is never posted online and isn't obvious like a birthday. If you ever receive one of these emergency calls, no matter how much your heart is racing, you must stay calm and ask the person on the other end for the family code word. A scammer, even with the world's best AI, will not have that answer. If they make an excuse or hang up, you know for a fact it was a fraud. Additionally, never feel pressured to act instantly. Always hang up and call your grandchild or their parents directly on their known saved phone number to verify the story. Even if the caller says, "Don't call mom," you must call mom. Scammers rely on your panic to prevent you from thinking clearly. But a 30-second pause to verify the truth is the difference between being safe and losing thousands of dollars. As a cybersecurity expert, I am here to bridge the gap between this confusing new technology and the security of our senior community. We must look out for one another because the police and the banks often cannot get your money back once it is sent to these digital thieves. I am asking you to take this information and discuss it at your next family dinner or community gathering. Please do not keep this warning to yourself. Click the share button right now and send this to at least one friend or fellow grandparent who needs to hear this. Your action today could be the only thing that stands between someone you love and a devastating financial loss. By subscribing to this channel, you are making sure you stay one step ahead of the scammers with these regular safety briefings. But I want to take a moment to explain why this is happening now and how these criminals operate behind the scenes, because understanding their playbook is your strongest armor. You see, these aren't just individuals sitting in a basement. These are often organized international crime syndicates that use professional-grade software to track public social media profiles. When your grandson posts a video of his graduation or your granddaughter shares a clip from her vacation, they aren't just sharing memories with you. They are inadvertently providing source material for hackers. These predators use automated tools to harvest those audio clips, and within seconds, their AI has mapped the unique vibrations and tones of that voice. This is a cold reality of our digital age, but it doesn't mean we have to live in fear. It simply means we have to update our mental firewalls. As a cybersecurity expert, I often tell my clients that the most dangerous part of a scam isn't the technology, it's the sense of urgency they create. If a caller tells you that you only have 10 minutes to act, or that a legal courier is already on the way to your house to pick up cash, your brain's logical center shuts down and your emotional center takes over. This is a biological hack. When that happens, I want you to remember my voice. I want you to remember Edward telling you to take a deep breath. No legitimate government agency, hospital, or police department will ever threaten you with immediate arrest if you don't pay them over the phone with a gift card or a wire transfer. They simply don't operate that way. I also want to touch on what you should do if you realize you have already been targeted. There is often a lot of shame associated with being scammed, but I want to tell you clearly, there is no shame in being a victim of a professional criminal. If you have shared information or sent money, the first thing you must do is call your bank's fraud department immediately. Seconds matter. Next, you should report the incident to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, also known as IC3. While it may feel like a drop in the ocean, these reports allow experts like me to track the scammers' locations and shut down their servers. We are living in a time where the line between what is real and what is manufactured is blurring, but human connection and common sense remain our greatest assets. I started this channel because I saw too many hardworking Americans losing their retirement savings to people who have never worked a day in their lives. We are going to change that, one video at a time. I will be here every week breaking down the latest threats, from fake Amazon delivery texts to these sophisticated AI voice clones. If there is a specific message or a suspicious call you've received lately, please leave a description of it in the comments below. I read them personally, and your experience might become the subject of my next emergency briefing to help others avoid the same trap. Remember, knowledge is power, but shared knowledge is a shield for the entire community. Talk to your neighbors about the family code word we discussed. Call your kids today and tell them why you're setting up these new safety rules. They might think you're being overcautious at first, but once you explain the reality of AI voice cloning, they will thank you for being the one to protect the family legacy. My mission is to ensure that your golden years remain peaceful and secure. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. My name is Edward, and I'll see you in the next briefing. Until then, keep your software updated, your passwords strong, and your family close. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and stay vigilant.